So I believe that it's safe to say that Assetto Corsa EVO is one of the most highly anticipated sim racing titles for the year 2025. We do have a lot of sim racing titles coming out, and the more the merrier, that's the best. However, Assetto Corsa, the original OG Assetto Corsa, set a standard all the way back when it was released, all the way up until now, in terms of modability, drivability. It even had some sort of career mode. On top of that, you have everyone keeping up with the Shitoku mods and the highway mods, and it's gotten increasingly and increasingly crazier and crazier in terms of the things that we can do in Assetto Corsa. It is the pinnacle of sim racing. It is that game that you need to get when you get a sim racing wheel and a sim racing rig. And I've talked to many people about it. They all agree the one game you can spend countless hours in doing whatever you want is Assetto Corsa. So it makes sense that the next title, the sequel essentially to Assetto Corsa EVO, would be highly anticipated. Now, us jumping into it before, if you didn't see, with the beta launch or the first update launch, I guess if you want to call it, the experience was a little lackluster. The performance, to start with, the performance was horrible for me. If you weren't running on a 4090 or one of those graphics cards that you have to take out a loan for, or a second mortgage on your house for, then you weren't able to run it very well. I have a 4070 Ti Super, and at the time I had a Ryzen 9 5900X, and I could not run it on anything more than very low. The menus were laggy. The triple screens setup was not correct. You had to back out of the race and then come back in the race in order for those triple screens to take effect, in order for them to load. There was a lot of things that were wrong with it. However, it still is, in early access. So there are things that obviously need to be ironed out, bugs that need to, go here and there. Now, as far as the driving went, though, the driving was very nice. Now, the way the tires felt, the effects on the road, the AI, little lackluster, but other than that, the driving itself was very good. So they just launched the second update for Assetto Corsa EVO. They added 7 new cars and 2 new tracks. So I wanted to dive in today and see if they fixed a little bit of what was going on, if they fixed the performance issues to some extent, if they added this, and this. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen some stuff here and there. I can't wait to dive into this, because I also have seen some stuff that they changed and they updated. But without further ado, let's get back into some Assetto Corsa EVO. It is a title that I have not tried for some time now, after that first initial drop. So let's dive into it and let's see what's changed, I guess. All right, everyone. So welcome back to Assetto Corsa EVO. So little things have changed here. When you start the game, now you have the open mode and you have the career mode. That was different from last time. So let's see what career mode has. So in career mode, you'll need to unlock driving licenses in order to drive vehicles. And I do like what they're doing with this, guys. I do like the fact that they're sitting here and doing a Gran Turismo-esque type thing. Really excited for the free mode on the Nordschleife. That's going to be fun. So you need to do license tests just like in Gran Turismo in order to get new cars, obtain driver's license, unlock vehicle groups. Rental has a low cost and high flexibility when purchasing a car. You're free to play how you prefer through single player. All ranked scenarios, you collect XP points to help you improve. Welcome to early access. Let's fill your profile. All right, so you choose your first car here. Okay, that's cool. We'll dive a little bit more into this. So it looks like they give you some starting credits out, but what I'm curious about is the stuff that they added. So, obviously, to begin with, they added this beast of a car right here. Let's go into the dealership here, and we can kind of see everything that they've added. So they've added the Lotus Emira, nope, that's not new. They added the NSX R, which, yeah, I love an NSX. Looks like they also added a Porsche, if I remember correctly. So you got the 911 Turbo 3.6. You have the Miata. So cool. Everything ends with Miata. Everything starts and everything ends with Miata. Always will. Always will. You then have the Maserati, the GT2, obviously. I haven't driven too much GT2, and I know that they had it in Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I haven't driven Competizione in a very long time. So, yeah. We'll see how it drives. They added a bunch of, well, I won't say a bunch. They added a good amount of cars. They added 7 new cars in this update, which is pretty cool. Now, today, we are driving on the Cube Controls wheel. It is the best thing that I have to a round wheel, and it's what I use for all my GT cars. Let's drive this. Let's do this. Let's see how this works. Special Events is already in the game, and this is one of the new tracks that they did add, Donington Park, and then they did also add Circuit of the Americas as well, which I haven't driven Circuit of the Americas in a very, very long time. Let's do the Donington Park National, and let's just see how this runs. So, I'm not going to lie, I did up the graphical quality just to see how it is and see how it works. I did up it to a medium, and I wasn't able to run the very low. Like, I was able to run the very low, but it did not work very well. The other thing that I will say so far is that the triple screens, they work just fine. I didn't have to boot them up. I didn't have to, obviously, well, you guys can't see, but the triple screens are working perfectly as they should. I haven't had to do anything yet. And look, they work just fine. Let's adjust this just a little bit here. And let's get into our first race here with this new Maserati. Oh, that sounds good. Ooh, sounds really good. Okay, so we're on a 3-lap race here in the Maserati. Oh, the turbo sounds really good. Turbo sounds really, really good. Oh! That'll happen. That'll happen. Did not notice someone was on my outside. All right. Let's get back into this race here. The turbo sounds really good. You can really hear the turbo. Like, you can... Wow. You can really hear the turbo pick up boost. Guys, that sounds amazing. I do have the butt kicker also plugged in here. Butt kicker works just fine. Plug and play as well so far. Plug and play. All my settings transferred, obviously, from the profile that I have. If you guys haven't checked out the butt kicker video, make sure to go watch it. It feels great, and it's running fantastic. Fall back in line here for this turn. You can even hear the turbos for the Ferrari. Do a little dive bomb on him. Down to second gear. Hold the brake just a tad bit. Oh my goodness, the sound of the... I can't get over the sound of the turbos. In real life, I drive a boosted car, so I'm a turbo guy at heart. Let's see if we can pass this guy right here. Perfect. See how high we can get up in the rankings here off of that really bad start. Oh, he closed the gap on us. This feels like I said previously, guys. It feels really good to drive on. Like, really, really good to drive on. And it seems that they fixed the graphical. I'm trying to actually, like, get up in the rankings a little bit more. Try to get a podium here. It seems as if they fixed, to some extent at least, they fixed the graphical issues At least the ones that I was having. And this is on medium. I wasn't able to run it previously on more than very low, as I said before. The tires feel really good. Wheel is very playful. Come on. Can we get him? Rumble strips feel great. Yeah, this car feels awesome. Now, we might have screwed ourselves because I do want to kind of try out a little bit of all the cars that we have to offer here. We might have screwed ourselves by driving the race car first, because obviously this is going to have all the downforce. This is going to have the best braking. This is going to have kind of everything that you want, the speed, and so on and so forth. Dare I say, that was really fun. And we die at the end. Turbo Evoluzione. And let's see. I know that we can configure the car itself. So let's see exactly what we can do to the car. So for this one, we have the body color that we can change. Let's go with a white. Why not? And for the wheels, also change the color as well. I like that. It looks kind of like a touring car-esque. I like that a lot. It looks good. Okay, let's add to garage. And then let's go back. The menus are so good now. And I know I shouldn't hark over the menus so much, but like, they really are really good now. Let's do Brands Hatch. Why not? Do Brands Hatch. We'll do 3 laps of Brands Hatch. And then let's see how this handles. So, obviously, the last car was more rear engine, mid-engine type. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. I don't know too much about GT2 cars. This one's obviously rear-wheel drive, front engine. Adjust our camera for a second here. Looks about good to me. Alright, let's see what we got going here. Now, I do know that a lot of people were complaining about the sounds for this. Oh my goodness, we're getting close. A lot of people were complaining about the sounds for this game. They're saying that they kind of look like, or sounded like Gran Turismo like 6, Gran Turismo 5 sounds, which I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're like amazing, but I definitely don't think that they're that bad. Also, do not roast me in the comments section, because I am driving these more road-oriented cars with paddle shifters just because I do not have a shifter. I'd like to get a shifter eventually just so I can row through some gears, but the issue stems from what do I do with the active pedal. So yeah, that's kind of something that I need to figure out. Easy solution would be get another active pedal, but we're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. Now, I will tell you that the way this car feels, very floaty compared to the last car that we drove. Obviously, it doesn't have any downforce whatsoever. Like I did say when we drove that last car, we might have shot ourselves in the leg. Just because we drove a really quick GT2 car. Oh, understeer. Drove a really quick GT2 car before we drove just the road cars. Oh, the turbo sounds so good. Oh, guys, the turbo sounds great. You can really hear the turbo start picking up boost, and I really like that a lot. Another thing that I'm feeling without setting it up is, and I don't have this set up in the SemiCube software. So it's really, really cool, actually, is that on the downshifts, the pedal kind of downshifts. Now, I don't know if that's a factor of this game, or I don't know if it's something. I'm not too sure, because I don't have that set up in the SemiCube software on the pedal. So when you downshift, the pedal goes like this every single time that you downshift, which is really, really cool. Just adding that extra sense of immersion here. I feel like I'm driving so slow right now. But on medium, everything looks good. I can make out the text on the Brands Hatch little tunnel there. I need a shifter so bad. Oh, come on. Come on. Up in the 4th gear. The turn in is so bad. Oh, yep, we should have downshifted. Downshifted a little late there to get that rotation off into the corner. There's that boost kicking in. Up into 4th gear. Now I need to check what I have the AI set on, because they are not doing too hot at all. I can tell you that right now. Come on, cut out. Looks like we have no traction control in this car, just ABS. Oh. The understeer is crazy. Okay, we're gonna brake, downshift in a second to get some more rotation out of the turn. Cut wide here. Jumping up into 4th gear. Brake at the 2, downshift. Oh my goodness. I could imagine, like, leagues where this is what you drive. Kind of like that F1 race back in the late 80s, early 90s, if I'm not mistaken, where all the crazy F1 drivers that are in the Hall of Fame race the 190Es. A race like this would be so much fun. I am so glad that this game is much better than where it was at. It means that they're making strides, like, to improve it. And I've been watching some videos that some other people have been making, and they're not very impressed by it. And you know what? That's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I think that this is a very good improvement for the second update of the game. Alright, so that was the Alfa Romeo. Very slow, no downforce, but that turbo, dude. That turbo sounds sweet. I think next we'll get in the NSX, and let's just see how the NSX sounds, because it should scream. So welcome to one of my favorite cars of all time, the Honda NSX. I feel terrible about driving this car just because I don't have a shifter. And I just need that third pedal, guys. I really do. But yeah, welcome to the Honda NSX. Red seats, that perfect championship white exterior. Just it looks so good. It looks so good. And you can change the scene options. I think this is already a thing, if I'm not mistaken. But whoa, this is cool. Like an actual dealership scene option. This is sick. This is so cool. And the lighting and everything changed too. Look at that. You have the people moving around in the back. I've actually never seen this. This is cool. So, can I... Let's scene options. Just the standard. Can't do anything to the trim. Alright, let's add it to our garage. Oh, can we customize now? Okay. So you can change the body color. We're not going to do that because that's cool. Oh, you can change the console fiber, the carbon fiber trim. That's sick. Can't really see it, but you know. Let's see. So if we take that off, I'm sure we'll see it inside the car. Go from there. Oh, snap. So you can add the NA2 wheels. Oh, that's so cool. You can add the NA2 NSX wheels. That's sick. Or you can add the NA1 Enkeys. Of course, we're going to go with the NA1 Enkeys. Come on. Oh, that's sick. Okay. I like how they did that. I really like how they're adding car customization to the actual game. That's so cool. Where else to drive the NSX-R other than Suzuka? So we'll go to Suzuka. Let's see how this is, guys. Let's see what it sounds like. That's the biggest thing that I'm afraid of, is what it sounds like. So... doesn't sound too bad. Alright, and we're off. So this is the Suzuka Short East course. Running up against those Porsches. Now, I did see that the Porsche has a power package for one of its options. Should not have downshifted there. That was bad. So, I don't think the car sounds terrible. It definitely doesn't. It doesn't sound as screamy as it would in real life. Look at this. Woo! It is playful. It is very playful. I mean, it doesn't sound bad though. I have seen some people say that the NSX should be much louder. I don't think it sounds bad. There's 9,000 or 9,000, 8 something. I mean, I don't think it sounds that bad, to be honest with you. See if we can get past that guy. Oh dear. We were sliding. Oh, we were sliding. I really don't think up in the higher RPMs it sounds very bad. It definitely doesn't sound like the S2000 in this game. And we drove that on the first go through of our initial impressions of it. But I don't think it sounds too crazy, to be honest with you. Oh, we tapped him. We tapped him. Not a bad recovery, though. I feel like this should have done the full Suzuka course. Oh, he's fast on the straights. Really fast on the straights. All the way up to 8,000 RPMs. 8.5. Just feels so wrong using paddles here. Let's see if we can get this position here. We're right on him. 2 time period correct kind of rivals here. Oh! And it looks like Porsche wins this time. We are stuck in this dirt. See if we can rejoin the track. feels really good. Like, it feels like I almost want to drift that entire turn because of the way the car kind of kicks out. Like, it's like I'm sliding there. It's there. It feels good. I gotta hear it one more time. It doesn't sound terrible. I don't know why everyone online is kind of like, oh, it doesn't sound good. Ah! I tried. So one thing I did want to go over real quick is kind of the customization. So if you guys didn't know, they are adding customization to the game where you can add certain parts here and there to your car. I'm not assuming it's going to be like as in-depth as maybe like a Need for Speed or something like that, but I'm assuming it's going to be very Gran Turismo-esque because it seems like that's what the team is going for. Now, I know the Miata is very, very customizable if I saw correctly. Like, you can do a wooden trim option for the interior. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Just adds that wooden trim. What about the interior color? So you can change the interior color as well. I wonder... So all of these must be factory interior colors is what I'm assuming. It does say manufacturer colors, but I'm assuming all of these are actual Miata colors. If you're a Miata driver, let me know down below. Let me see the wheels. Oh, so they do have a good choice of wheels here. So the 14-inch BBSs. You can put steelies on it. That's funny. 7-spoke alloy, the black wheels, the 14-inch 7-spoke, and then the 15-inch BBSs. Look like they're way too big on this car. Parts. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's a little customization that you can do to the car. So we have Recaro bucket seats that you can add, which looks like they have carbon fiber on the back of them, which is really cool. You can add a Momo racing wheel to it. It's so weird that like the most customizable car is the Miata, which like is still cool at the same time. Rear spoiler for the Miata. Side skirts. Okay, I'm down with it. Roll bar. We're just going to add everything here and just see how it looks. The front lip got added. Rare decals. I didn't know there was an RS version of the Miata. There's so many versions of the Miata that, like, I just don't know about. Mud flaps. Funny enough, one of our good friends is a huge, a wooden Nardi wheel? That's sick. One of our friends is a huge Miata guy, so he would probably go nuts seeing all the stuff that you can do. There's a lot of stuff you can do to this car. You can add a different diff. You can open the diff. Lower the suspension. 30 millimeter. 20 millimeter. 30 millimeter looks better. More low, more better. 4.1 gearbox. You can engine swap the Miata. Oh, wow. You can engine swap it. Oh, that's insane. For like it's not a feature that like you don't get in other games. Like you get engine swaps in like Forza and stuff like that. But to see it in a sim racing title, that is pretty crazy. That's so cool. I'm excited for this game, guys. I really am excited for this game. So what are my final impressions of this next update that they provided? I need to dive into the career mode a little more just to see what it has to offer. But as far as the cars that they've put into the game, I do appreciate the work that they've done to the cars. The sound design could be a little bit better, I think. But the biggest overhead thing that we need to focus on is that, at least for me, now leave it down in the comment section below if you are a little bit different, but at least for me, the optimization is much better. I'm able to run this at a medium to high setting on a 4070 Ti, Super, and I mean, there's no lag in the menu. There's no nothing, and the game looks good. It looks very good. I can only imagine this on Ultra for you, crazy guys who have those really crazy graphics cards. But I'm so glad that I'm actually able to play the game now, that I'm actually able to experience some of the cars, some of the tracks, this and that. I want to dive into the license tests. I want to also dive into that career mode, so expect a couple videos on that now that the game is able to run. But the driving is actually really fun. The most fun car that I think that I've driven today is that Maserati GT2 car. And for those of you that have played ACC, please let me know in the comment section below how, and if you've driven the GT2 on this game, let me know how it differentiates and if it's better, if it's worse, regardless. I can tell you that the old tires on these cars, these older cars, they'll get you. They will get you. You cannot drive these just balls to the wall. It takes some concentration. It takes some patience. And it takes a shifter. I need a shifter. I've said it like 6 times inside the in this video. I need a shifter. But I am very happy to see where this game is progressing and where this game is going. As of yesterday, I believe they did push back the date for the actual launch. So my thought process behind this is, right now it's on sale, or it was on sale for the early access guys. I picked it up because I was going to pick it up on sale regardless. It's on sale, and I know I'm going to drive on it. That was my biggest thing, is that with time, it's going to get better. Now, is that an excuse for early access? Is that an excuse for not optimization? Is that an excuse for, online only? Just a bunch of the things that people have been talking about. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's an excuse. I'm not saying any of that. However, you have to realize that AC and ACC took time to get to where it's at. AC just wasn't the king right off the bat. It took time to get where it's at. And personally, I'm excited to see where this game goes. Let's take something modern for instance, LMU. LMU was an underdog when it first came out. Not saying that the driving was bad, not saying anything, but it couldn't even run, guys. Like, for the longest time, I couldn't run LMU. I couldn't do races. Every time it would crash, this and that. The online lobbies were bad, this and that. And look at where LMU is at now. You search up LMU on any YouTube channel, TikTok, anything like that, and I guarantee you LMU, everyone's like, oh, it's a great experience, it's a great sim, it's this and that. It took time for them to develop LMU. It took time to get LMU to where it's at now. And if anything, more sim racing titles is always a good thing for us true to heart sim racers, because it means we have more variety. It means we can play around with whatever we want to play around. You want to go esports driving, or you want to take things seriously, play iRacing. You want to iRacing, LMU, stuff like that. You want to chill, just have a nice drive, just which I feel like we forget about a lot sometimes, is just taking our sim and just cooling off for a bit and going out for a drive. You got AC, you got AC EVO, you have all these options. You have even more sim titles that are coming out later this year. So I'm excited at the end of the day to see where this goes. If you guys picked up AC EVO, please let me know what your opinions are on this new update. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for everything. We're on the road to 1,000 subs right now. Make sure you click that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next video. Peace, guys. I'm out.